the last 2 weeks were like super crazy. I would say the one of the first wins is that I got a one booked call where I just expected would be just like one social media account to manage. But when I just hop on the call, I just then found it's going to be like two of them actually. So then instead of just having like 1.7K, it was like 3.4K, right? So then I just closed them, and then right now we're just like already working together on this entire thing. And so far, they absolutely love that. Like they really love the process. And yeah, and that's like one of the first thing. Second win is that I got a trial task with one of the biggest guys in info space, let's say a figure type of coach in ecom space. And yeah, and I just like finished this trial week, and they are right now asking me to work like on full-time basis. We're looking around like 3K or something. So
Damn.
that's this, and I also have a retainer from one of the clients in the background as well.
Yeah, so altogether, we were just doing the maths, right? That puts you on what, $8,650 per month?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
And how old are you, Tom?
19, bro.
So just for the audience, right, we were just doing some AI maths, and that puts Tom in the top 0.1% earners for his country. Not for his age in his country, for all people in his country at 19. So, bro, like, what are your friends from school doing right now?
Bro,
Yeah,
they're like in college, bro. They just like applied to the college, bro. They're like starting out college, like just like studying all the stuff where like, I'm like just doing this, bro.
crazy. That's fucking crazy, man. Oh, bro, and we're only like halfway through working with each other. That's the craziest part.
Yeah, exactly. Because I actually said on in October that this month I'm going to decide to stop prospecting. That this is time that when I'm going to stop doing these unpaid tasks and actually just get one of the clients like just on board. And this just happened within like 2 weeks, right? Because of the conviction I literally just had in the process.
Yeah, bro. Conviction in the process, but also like me and you have been dialing in your sales calls, right? So
Yes.
you've
Yeah.
got so much better at actually taking those calls and closing people. You've got a fulfillment system. You built all your entire process. So now that, like you said, those people that you've began work with you, like only for a week, they're already blown away because your system, your fulfillment, your processes are fucking dialed in. So you've been doing the right stuff, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, because when we first started working with each other before our previous testimonial, so when you first came to me, how much were you making then?
I think it was actually zero, probably. It was literally zero. And I was like doing this trial, let's say, I would say trial month before I got paid basically for one of the clients in the background. So yeah, I was making zero and it was like quite rough to be honest. And then I had to dip my bank account to $3 or something. It was something like this. I literally just empty my entire bank account and right now we're here basically.
Damn, bro. So from zero to 8.6K in 3 months, and you had no money to join the program anyway. You just took a risk on yourself and you
Yeah,
believed.
I just had my last 300 pounds actually. It was one of the last 300 pounds basically that I had if I don't include like savings, right? So that's actually so crazy.
Bro, that's amazing. I'm so proud of you, man. Like we've been, you make the most out of the coaching, and I really I'm happy that you do so. Like you always get feedback, you're always jumping on every call, you're always like asking me questions whenever you got questions. So it's like amazing to see that you turn up, you put in the reps. It's just a matter of time before you have a crazy income spike like this. And it's not like this is 1 month of making 8.6K. Like everything you've closed are now retainers. So this is staying around.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
what's that? Let me just do some other quick math. So 8,650 times 12. Um, you are, bro, that's over 100K a year. You're a six-figure
Yeah,
copywriter.
yeah, that's crazy.
That's
That's
fucking crazy.
bro, that's crazy. I didn't thought about that. Damn.
And so all those other people that are going to college, they're gonna go get themselves 50K in debt to then hopefully in 5 to 10 years make a six-figure salary. You've done it after 3 months of implemented the magnetic client method.
Yeah, exactly. Like even though the education that here is right now is like free, still they will spend so much time on like trying to work this corporate ladder, right? Which just doesn't make sense, obviously.
No, but bro, that's awesome. And so what, because I know we spoke about like you wanting to retire your girlfriend, you wanting to travel. Like, what's next on the cards for you now that you're making this money?
Bro, the next steps is to love those clients. That's the first thing. Making sure to deliver really good results and then also just smashing that for them. Basically be this business partner, just embed myself so much into the business where it can't just get rid of me. And then basically from there, just go a bit of travel to just have some rest because over like last 2 weeks, it was like I was working constantly all the time on client work. It was just client work. There wasn't no prospecting, no outreaching, no recording looms, no sales calls that much. It was just working all the time on the client work, right? And then just getting the feedback from you as well. So then I would just also like to, let's say, fly to Poland or like fly to some of these countries to, just refresh my mind. And definitely also to retire my girl as well, which is one of the plans for the next few couple of months and also travel next year as well to different countries. So just right now building those foundations up and just going to smash it.
Bro, that's honestly so crazy, man. I'm so happy for you. You've really, and like, I'm really glad you've mentioned that just then. Is like this didn't come off of a fluke. Like you've been working hard. You've been putting in 12-hour days. Like, I think a lot of copywriters trying to break into this kind of like, earning potential. Like they think that they can just stumble upon it. Like, no, sure, once you've here and you've embedded it and you're good with the clients, like you can live a chilled life earning that money. But to get there takes some work. It takes some grit. It
Yeah,
takes
yeah,
like
exactly.
rejection and hardship. So good on
Yeah.
you, brother. Good on you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, exactly. Like you were talking about, like once you already get a foot in the door with one of the big guys in the space, then you can't just go back to the zero again, right? When you build those amazing foundations, right? Which is what I'm focusing on right now because I don't want to, just have this month and then boom, like this. It's like I want to have this and then it just goes up like this, basically.
Exactly. And bro, like all the sales calls I reviewed with you, the ones where they didn't close, they'd usually not close because of a lack of like credibility at the end. They'd be like, oh, have you worked with this person? Have you worked with that? Because you got proof of
Mhm.
this. And so now the game gets easier anyway because you've got your 8-figure client you can drop. You've got obviously the other two that were the 1.7K each, and they're both very respected within their fields. Like well the woman of the pair. She's
Yeah.
obviously working with millionaires anyway, and people already making crazy money. So it's not like bro, you've got more knowledge, you've got more credibility, you've got more skills, you've got more proof. Like the game just gets 10 times easier. You become magnetic. So it's awesome to see, bro.
Yeah, like people are going to just come to me all the time because like I just had the call with one of these clients actually, and they just absolutely loves this, right? I was like dropping so much value for them. They always were like literally taking notes all the time. And like, I even just posted a recording. They just, like just keeping everything organized for them. So because they are really busy, right? They don't have time to do this. They don't have time to like have like these type of problems around like let's say around content or around their funnel they're running right now, and that's why we come there as experts and actually fix everything for them.
There you go, Brian. Is that something you've taken away from working with me in terms of like your delivery, or what would you say has been the biggest aspects from, my coaching that's helped you, learn that mindset, learn how to deliver and get to the point where you're at now?
I think the systems part, because I'm actually there's one of the clients actually also systems driven as well. So, these systems we were like talking about this so much on one of the calls as well. And yeah, I think because of the systems, I was able to optimize all of the clients that I have, like entire fulfillment systems, and then also my own business as well. So that way I don't just do unpaid tasks for sake of doing it. I actually just do that with the certain outcome in mind, right? And just because of that, I can just speed up the entire workflow as well. I don't have to waste time, trying to do this one task like in one batch. I just like crop it out and basically focus on one individual part. And I think it's just so helpful because then working becomes so fun. It doesn't feel like that you have to work. You're really just going to go there and then like just do those parts. And that's like this process that you're then going to enjoy so much. So I think definitely really systems, really accountability as well. Getting basically, I would say roasted. I would say like every single time for let's say submitting there's something which is not good, which is quite mediocre, and like that forces me to improve, right? It hits the ego a lot, actually. It hits the ego a lot, but that's such a good thing because then you are able to actually improve, right? Whereas like if you're not going to get called out for doing this wrong, then like obviously you're going to stay comfortable all the time, right? You gotta get called out by someone like Morgan right here, who's like calling me out all the time, like every single day. Like literally, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, and that's it, bro. And I love that you can like take that on board because a lot of people, their ego wouldn't allow it, but that's why you've went from, zero to a six-figure copywriter in 3 months, in under 90 days. Like that's crazy. So it's yeah, you do really like take on the feedback well. I know sometimes it can be savage, but it needs to be savage, if it's like
Mhm.
picking apart your copy, if it's reviewing sales calls, like it's not easy to sit down and have your work ripped to shreds. But I think you're great at detaching the work from yourself, right? It's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of the work and where it is right now. And obviously, we can improve it as we go. So, what would you say to someone on the fence with potentially working with me as a coach?
Bro, like if you're not working with Morgan, like what you're doing, like literally, I'm not even kidding because like at the beginning, it was like my last 300 pounds. Like if I don't include the savings, like I didn't have basically anything. And it was actually the risk, right? And I literally just decided, you know what, this is going to be the last mastermind, bro. The last mastermind I'm going to enter. And I'm not going to spend thousands on some other coaches that have like some freaking VAs or some, some success managers in a way. I just decided to actually just invest into you. And then basically from there, then just to put the work right. Like you gotta also put the work in to make sure that you're also just getting those reps, and then the universe is going to give everything to you. Like you're not going, it's not going to happen that you're going to think about it all the time. It's going to be unexpected. All of this over last 2 weeks I had, it was all unexpected. I didn't even expect nothing. Like literally nothing. That on the call I would just have two accounts to then manage. Like I didn't even know. I thought it's just going to be one account, but then from there it's going to be two accounts, and then also this trial week, which is also already passed as well. So it's yeah, like I have to say, these 2 weeks, it can happen like so fast, but you gotta put a lot of reps into this.
Yeah, bro, it's a lagging indicator. Like if we were to look at your tracker now, what has happened is exactly what I said happened to me. After, as we're getting to this 90-day mark, you've got less time to be doing the daily KPIs because you've got so much client work coming in. So as long as for the 0 to 90-day mark, you can stick to your daily tracker, you can hit those KPIs, you can put in the right reps, then you don't know what crazy, like, unexpected circumstances the world, God, the universe is putting together for you. It's like do what you can and God will do what you can't. So you turning up to that call and there being two prospects ready to buy, that's the universe, that's God throwing you one. But you putting yourself in the right position to be able to turn up to that sales call and close it with the right frameworks, for you to even book that call in the first place. All of that part, that's all you. So, it's amazing, bro. I'm so happy with your progress. You should be so proud of yourself. And top 0.1% earner, six-figure copywriter at
Yeah,
19. So happy for you, man.
right. In my countries, like damn, like that's I thought it's 1%, but damn, I didn't thought like the conversion of from USD to to Czech crown would be like this. Yeah.
Yeah, fake ass currency, bro. Yeah, but no. Well, I appreciate you jumping on here, man. We got work to do anyway. We're about to jump on a copy review call, and that's what I love about you, bro. You're ready to keep working anyway. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you jumping on here, brother. And we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah. Next one. Next one. See ya, man.